Go to this word. If it has this small sign underneath the letter, then it's gonna be idrubuhunna, which means beat them. But since it has this sign on top, that means you when you read it, you pronounce it as adribuhunna, means stay away from them. If they yes,
it says already stay away from them. It says forsake their bed. That's
yes.
one of the and then
That's
the next is beat them.
No. I'm telling you right now.
I'm done.
We have rules.
I'm done.
You just don't want to know. You just don't want to.
Jesus can set you free. No, I don't remember. I don't.
Oh, we had a conversation here before.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah. What can you remind me of
That
that?
was like maybe like 5 or 6 months ago. So.
No, remind me. About what? About what exactly?
If Jesus is God or not.
Okay. Yeah. What did I say?
You said a lot. I said a lot. I think we had
You
like
didn't remember what I said, did you?
1.5 hour conversation.
You didn't remember what I said, did you?
I mean, I do remember.
He's the Son of God.
You mean like son, like biological or son?
No, God doesn't have a biology. God is not biology.
So
God
he's
created
not God,
biology.
right?
Huh?
So he's not
He's
God.
the Son of God.
But he's not God.
He became one of us. He became a biology.
Is he son of God or God?
He's the Son of God. Is God a biology?
That means he is not God.
That means he is God.
Do you know his real name?
Yeshua.
Yes. And do you know what language did he speak?
Hebrew?
No, he didn't
Hebrew?
speak Hebrew.
Yeah, Hebrew is
Aramaic.
Hebrew is a form of Aramaic.
Yeah, but he spoke Aramaic. Hebrew came after Aramaic, right?
Abraham spoke Aramaic.
Abraham spoke Aramaic.
Yes.
All of them are the same family,
Yeah.
right?
Aramaic
Abraham,
still exists
Isaac,
today.
Jacob, you believe in all
Yeah,
of them, right?
yeah.
Moses.
Aramaic still exists
You know,
today.
one information I recently know a few months ago that, because I was looking at the Sikh people, you know, the Indian holy book, and it has a lot of issues that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I just realized that every messenger or every prophet was sent to a specific group of people. Like when you
That's
look
what
at
Quran said.
huh?
That's Quran, it's not true.
Yeah, that's what Quran says.
Yeah, but it's not true. 23,000 prophets? Do you believe that?
23,000? No.
Yeah, that's what Mohammed said.
No.
23,000.
No, Muhammad didn't say nothing. Quran said, Allah said.
Yes.
In Quran, he mentioned
but it
25.
came from the Quran came from Muhammad.
Yeah, he came through Muhammad, not from him.
From Muhammad.
Through Muhammad.
Because there's no. How can God say that?
Jibreel.
How can God say that sperm comes from the backbone?
Do you think that God spoke to Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did he speak like?
But he didn't
by
say
himself?
anything contradictory though to Mary.
Besides whatever he said, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but you can
It came
know
through
when.
Jibreel, right?
I know, but
Jibreel.
you know when God is talking and when man is talking. When God all of a sudden said that the sperm comes from the backbone, He created the body. I'm sure He knows where the sperm comes from.
Yeah, of course.
So,
but you know, in Quran he said that Jesus is just like Adam because he was born without a father, and you know God. Just,
yeah, I agree with some of the things that the Quran said is true, but a lot of the things he says lot of the things he says is not true.
Like what?
Like the sperm coming from the backbone of a man and a rape of a woman. That's not true.
No, because it's
Which surah is that?
Surah 7, Surah 18, Surah 86. I can pull it out. I can pull it on my phone. But it says that, do you not know, man, from where you are created? You created from a rushing fluid that comes from the backbone.
Who was speaking to?
Supposedly, Allah is speaking, telling the people, don't you know how He created man? The fluid from a sperm that comes from the backbone and a rape of a woman in the neck area.
Are you sure he mentioned
Oh
that
yeah,
part?
oh yeah. And also in Surah 86, Surah 86:16 said that the sun says in a mud water, in a muddy pool.
But you know, I
You
just,
know
I
the
just-
story of Zulkarnain?
I just get confused about you guys because you don't tell me like if Jesus is God or Son of God. And you
I
tell
just
me
told you he is both.
Both of the
He is
He
both.
can't be both. Like
How
right
can't
now-
you be both? Are you a human being?
Oh, is that? Are you filming?
My camera is always running. Are you a human being?
Am I gonna be like?
Well, there's a lot of people that does stuff.
It's
I'm
okay.
on
I
the
just,
street,
is
but
it like
you're on
Instagram?
camera. You're on camera. I have a YouTube channel though. I
What
post
is it
all the
called?
things that I call people. I
What is
talk
it
to
called?
people. It's called Trumpet of Truth.
Trumpet.
Trumpet of Truth Canada,
Bet.
not Trumpet of Truth. Trumpet of Truth Canada.
Yeah, but I want to ask you a few questions. I asked you
That
last
I'm
time.
answering your question. I'm
Okay.
saying that he is. You can be both. You can be
I
the
mean,
son.
I can be a
you can
father
be
and
a son of.
for the
Yes,
same
exactly.
person.
Yeah.
I can't be.
Yeah.
I can't be a father and a son for the same person.
Yeah, you can.
This doesn't make any
You
sense.
can be a son of your father, and you can be a father of
Yeah,
someone.
but those are two
That's-
different people. But you're telling me that Jesus is Son of God and God, which it doesn't make any sense.
Are you the son of your father?
Of course I am.
Are you a human being?
Of course I am human.
I answered your question.
Well, you didn't tell me that
Because
Jesus
God-
is a human being.
God
and
is-
a son of
God
You
is-
said Jesus
Li-
is a God. And
Listen,
son
listen,
of God
listen.
at the same time.
I just answered your question. You just answered your own question.
Okay. I have
You
another
are
question for
a son, and you're also a human being, right?
Yes.
Jesus is a son of God, and being the son of God, God is not a human being. He can only be God. He's not. He can't be an insect or bird. He can only be where he came from. You came from your father. That's what makes you a human being. And you are still your son of your father. Does that the bell? I see. I see the wheel turning. You getting it? You getting it? Finally.
You know, because I've
Did that
heard
answer
this
your
before.
question?
I've
Did
heard
that,
this
did that
before.
answer your question?
No.
How
Because
come? How-
I'm still confused. Because you're
What is
telling me
what is still
Jesus-
confused about?
Do you think that God needs someone to take care of him?
No, God
So
didn't
did
say.
Mary look
God
after
didn't say I
Jesus?
came to Jesus
Did
because
Mary look after Jesus?
Yes.
Then how come he's God?
he came as a human
And
being.
how come he wasn't born? Who was running the world at that time? Even though we
The
know
Father.
that like they were centuries before.
The Father.
Centuries. So Jesus is not God.
It's not God the
So
Father.
what about the people who died before that Jesus was born? Are they sinless?
They're sinful.
Sinful. And did Jesus?
Pay for all their sins.
But how come he wasn't even born at that time and they're already dead?
Well, those people will be.
Then if
That's
it's like
that's
that-
where the
if
resurrection
it's like
comes.
that,
That's
why-
where the resurrection comes in. Those people will be resurrected
Okay,
to new
so
life.
if I'm 100% sure that someone is gonna pay for my sins, why should I just? Why shouldn't I just go and steal and kill people and
Well, that
do
means
all the bad
that-
stuff,
well, that's-
knowing I'm 100% going to heaven?
Well, that's no. Nobody is 100% going to heaven
But
just
you're
because they
telling me
go
that
and kill
Jesus
people.
died because of
No.
my sins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then how come this is a
He
sin?
died to save sinners.
So he didn't die for my sins.
You are a sinner.
sure he
Aren't you
died?
a sinner?
Of course I am. I'm a human being.
Jesus died for you.
No, he did
But
not
that
die
doesn't
for
mean.
me.
But that doesn't. Yeah, but he doesn't.
No, he did not die for me.
He died for sinners. Are you a sinner?
Yes, I am sinner.
Okay.
But
Then he died for
you
you.
can't prove to me that he died for sinners because I wasn't even born by the time he was born.
But are you born now?
Yeah, I'm
For
27
Jesus,
years old.
Jesus dying for sinner covers
He died like
covers
thousands of years
yes,
ago, right?
it covers
I
the
wasn't-
sin
Like
of
my
those who.
grandfather wasn't even born at that time, right? It
But
doesn't-
but Jesus paid for his
Okay,
sin if he
so
repented.
let's
Jesus
say-
died 2000 over 2000 years ago, right? People that were born after that, Jesus died for their sins.
And what about the people who died before?
Jesus died for their sin if they were able to repent, but they didn't repent.
Then why should we be like good people then?
But
Knowing
the
that
thing-
someone died for my sins, and then why should I do good?
Why should you do good?
Yeah, because I know I'm 100%
Because because you're not gonna so that you don't end up in the lake of fire.
Well, but
Does
Jesus
that- is
died
that
for
a-
my sins, like you said, right?
Yeah.
How come I'm gonna go to hell then? This doesn't make any sense.
Do you understand what we mean by Jesus died for your sin?
Well,
I think you Muslims don't understand what we mean by that. So maybe I can explain to you what that means.
Well, you're telling me. I mean, you don't need to explain.
Can you tell me
anything.
how you understand that?
You told me that
because from what you're saying tells me you don't understand what we mean by Jesus dying for your sin.
Someone died. I don't know. Like, it doesn't matter for me how did he die. If he was crucified, I'm not gonna get
Just
into
someone
that
died.
because he
Yeah,
wasn't
I get
crucified,
that.
as you know.
He was.
Right? He wasn't.
He was. That's
Then how
where.
come
That's
he's
where.
gonna come back?
That's where I'm
Did he
saying.
know-
That's
did
where I'm
he know
saying
the
that.
return?
That's
Did
where
he
I'm.
know the hour?
No. That's why I'm saying that the Quran is not written by God, because if Quran was written by God,
Okay,
God,
is the Bible-
God who made the heavens and earth.
What?
I think God who made heaven and earth know whether someone died or whether someone didn't
You
die.
believe in Moses?
I do.
Okay. Do you know which group of people that Moses was sent to?
The Jews.
And what about Jesus?
To the Jews and the
Then why don't
Gentiles.
you ask
To the
Christian?
Jews and the Gentiles.
Why don't you follow Torah instead of Jesus Christ? Like,
Because
why don't you follow Moses?
Torah was written about Jesus.
What do you mean? He wasn't even
Moses
born at
wrote
that time.
about Jesus.
I'm talking Torah, not Bible.
I know.
Torah,
I know.
Moses.
That's what I'm saying. Torah was written about Jesus,
About Jesus, how come?
about the person, the Lamb of God that is coming in the future. You know all those animal sacrifices they are doing.
You know that.
You know
we
those animal sacrifices they were doing at the
sheep.
temple
Yeah,
in the time of Moses.
yeah,
Do you know that?
of course.
That was about
And the cows,
that was
and
that
everything.
was about Jesus.
But their problem, they never believed. You know, Moses.
Well, it
and
doesn't
Jesus
matter.
are
It's
just
not
part
God's
of it.
fault if somebody don't believe.
Okay,
But Moses wrote about Jesus. He wrote about him so that when he comes, people will recognize it. That's why the Jews that were Jesus' followers recognize Jesus, because they can see him in the Torah. So if you're saying that Torah didn't write only because 600 years after Jesus died, a man came out of a cave and said, God told me that
who do you refer by a man? Said
a man came out of a cave. Yeah, he came out of
a
cave
cave,
of
huh?
the cave of Hira.
Hira.
Hira, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he said that he had a revelation that God's.
Yeah,
No, at first he said he was possessed. At first he said he was possessed, and he came to Khadija. He said, "Cover me, cover me, cover me." Khadija is like, "What happened? What's going on?" He said, "I think I'm possessed by Jinn." And he said, "Cover me, cover me." They covered him.
I don't know why are you like going
That's
to
the
this
story.
point now.
No, that's the hadith. The story
Yeah,
referred by.
it's true, but why are you telling me about this? We were
No, I'm
talking
saying
about completely
I'm saying
different
that I rather believe the person who died and
So
rose
Jesus
again
did
rather than
say-
a man who came out 600 years later. I rather believe the prophets
So-
who lived long time ago who spoke about Jesus dying,
Okay.
and then rather
I mean,
than someone
Muhammad
who came out
also
after
speak
that.
about Jesus.
But he didn't speak about him dying. That's why I know that the Quran is not written by God.
So if he didn't mention a part that Jesus died, that means he's not true? That
Yeah,
what you're
because
saying?
there's no way God can deny his son dying, because that's the reason
But
why
Muhammad is
that's
not
the
God.
reason why God sent him to come and die. That was the ultimate reason. And then he blew it 600 years later and said, "Oops, sorry."
Which Bible is yours? Is
Huh?
it King James or Luke? Or
Doesn't
which
matter.
Bible
They all say the
is
same
yours?
thing. They all say
Because,
Jesus died.
You know, it has so many differences, right?
No.
No, it has like
There's
so
there's
many-
something called
then
variance.
Why this,
There's something
like,
called
so many-
variance. You have it in your Quran. Even some of the things that are
You mean translations?
Yeah, translations are doesn't mean that it's different different Bible, just translation.
Because
English
the
language.
original or the actual Bible was written in Aramaic, right?
Yeah.
How many years was that?
Do those guys have a translation of Quran in English?
They do have translation of Quran in English.
Okay, so you do translate.
But the problem is, right now they can argue about like this is wrong. You know that guy there is some guy called Yusuf Ali.
I know Yusuf Ali.
Yeah, so he did the translation.
I know
of
Yusuf
Quran,
Ali.
and
I have
he has
one
a
of his
lot
translation.
issues. Yeah, he has a
Which
lot
where?
of issues.
Where?
I mean, he couldn't explain the part when God mentioned "wala yudrubna." That's a word, means they should wear it. But he assumed that he was telling the men to hit their women.
So you have variances in your translation.
I'm just saying,
you have mistakes in your translation,
but-
is what you're telling me.
I have mistake in
Indirectly.
Yusuf Ali, but in the original
Well,
language
but
of
that's not only
Quran, there's
Yusuf
no
Ali has
mistake.
a problem. Many other has problems.
But you guys like have James, have Luke, you have Peter, you have so many, right? And they're so different.
No, they're not so different.
They're different. They're different.
No, it's the same account.
But at the end of the day,
it's the same account. It's different people. If you
Jesus
standing, this is what we call. This is why we know that the Bible is true, because all those four accounts are saying the same thing, but they're saying it from a different point of view. So, for instance, if we're here right now and a car, and someone got hit by a car, we both saw it.
Yeah.
4 people saw it, but some of them, there's some detail that one person have that the other person doesn't have.
Yeah.
But they all saw the same thing. Some saw more and talked about what they saw. Does that mean that the person didn't get hit? Question: does that mean that that person didn't get hit by a car? Because their stories are slightly different.
No,
does that mean
that?
Okay, so that then let's take that away, because that's not an argument.
As an example of Jesus and all of that, right?
What?
We can't take this as an example for how Jesus was born and how was he crucified.
Yes, it was an eyewitness account. It was an eyewitness account by his own followers who saw him.
Where you from, like ethnically, like your background?
Same way you're from.
African. What country?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Why?
West.
Doesn't matter. Like West.
Yeah, you're
West
from
Africa,
East.
Nigeria?
No,
I'm not from East.
Where are you from?
I'm from the north.
From the northern Africa.
Yeah.
Mauritania?
No, Sudanese.
Sudan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm really familiar with Christianity and Judaism and all of that.
I don't think you're familiar with Christianity.
Trust me, because we believe that it's a true religion. It's coming from God. There's no doubt about it.
So why don't you become a Christian?
Because you guys are telling me that Jesus is 3. And when
that Jesus is 3?
Is 3.
No, I didn't. No one believes that Jesus is 3.
You guys say that it's Jesus and God the Father, which is Allah, and the Holy Spirit. And when I ask which one of them is God, you tell me they all act as one.
The Father is God.
The Father, what's his name?
Yahweh.
Huh?
Yahweh.
Yahweh?
Yeah. His name is not Allah. His name is Yahweh.
Yahweh. What language is that?
You don't know?
I don't know Yahweh. Yahweh?
That's the name he told Moses.
Yahweh?
You never heard it before, have you?
Yahweh. Never heard that.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know Christianity.
Well, I mean,
you don't even know. You don't even know Hebrew. You don't even know
Yahweh name. It doesn't have like a name called Yahweh.
You
never
don't know that.
Because all of his name starts with Al.
No. That's not true.
So
that's the name that Mohammed gave.
Jesus' last name is Yahweh. What is his last name?
Jesus.
Last name.
Jesus, the Anointed.
What is his last name?
Last name. Jesus doesn't have. Does he need a? Why does he need a
last name? His mother's last name then.
Why does he need a last name?
I'm just asking because you're telling me he's a human being and a
son
of God at the
yes.
same time.
He's the son of Joseph. He's the son of David. He's given all these titles. You don't know who David is? Dawood?
Like, I know who's Dawood. I know who's David. But
you call him
his
Dawood.
father?
He's from the lineage of David.
But he's not his father.
In the flesh, according to the flesh.
Last name.
According to the flesh. So
you have like so many different resources right now.
I have so many information I'm giving you, but it's just not getting inside. No, it's coming from the Bible. You're just not receiving it.
But the thing is, you guys are just denying that Muhammad. You don't believe that Muhammad is prophet?
No.
So Jesus didn't mention anything about Muhammad?
Zero.
Trust me, man.
Zero. If Jesus mentioned anything about it, show me in the Bible where Jesus mentioned anything.
I don't have the actual real copy of the Bible.
I know which one you're gonna pull. You're gonna pull the one that talks about Holy Spirit, and you say that Muhammad is the Holy Spirit.
What's your name again? Michael. I'm not saying that Christianity is not a true religion, because I'm definitely 100% sure it's coming from God. There's no doubt about that.
Why don't you follow it?
But because, as I said, every prophet was sent to a specific group of people. Like for me, I'm African now. Dark skin.
Which one is your prophet?
Muhammad. You know
why?
No,
it can be.
It can't.
No,
you
it
know
can't
why?
be.
Because his message was for all.
No, that you contradict the Quran.
No.
That contradicts Allah.
No. Absolutely not.
You know why? Because Allah said, according to what
Yeah.
Mohammed said,
Yeah.
you're contradicting the Quran
Yeah,
right now.
I'm listening to you.
By saying
did Allah say?
that Allah said that there's prophet for every nation, but not Muhammad. Muhammad is only for the Arabs.
Did he say that? He
Yes,
mentioned
yes,
that Muhammad
in the
was
Quran.
sent to Arab. You know,
Yes.
I'm not Arab. What is Arab to you? Arab is language.
You're not Arab,
Yeah, I'm not Arab.
so you
I
shouldn't
can
be you
speak the
shouldn't be a
language,
Muslim.
but Arab is not a race.
But you
Arab
shouldn't-
is a language.
That's a
Arabic
language I know,
is a
and
language
it's a language of a people. Okay,
of people like who?
we call them Arab. They
That's
speak
what
Arabic.
you call them.
They speak the language
Of
of
Arabic.
Arab. Yes.
Like you speak in English now. Are you
Yes.
British?
Yeah.
Are you British?
I can be called an Englishman if I go to a place and I can
in
be
your
called an
ID,
Englishman.
what's your like?
I'm a Canadian.
You're Canadian.
I can be sure. Yeah,
But
because
you speak English.
Canadians,
Does that mean you're
Canadians,
from England?
Canadians speak English.
Canadians speak English.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're from England? So I can speak the language, but I don't have to be Arab.
You don't
get
have
me?
to be Arab, but you
And
can speak
can
the
you,
language.
like, show me right
But
now that
the Quran said,
Can you
which
show
you're
me?
contradicting
Can
right
you
now.
show me right now? I can open the Quran. for
Yes,
you.
I
Yeah.
can show you.
Which surah is that?
Surah.
That is definitely not true.
That's true.
Because Muhammad was sent.
I can quote the surah for
to
you.
all-
I can
Yeah,
quote the
just
surah
bring
for
it up,
you.
man. Bring
I
it
can
up.
quote it for you.
Yeah,
He
just
said
bring
we
it
have
up.
never sent any
What
prophet.
surah is that?
We never sent
What surah?
any prophet. Listen to me very carefully before I pull it up. We never send any prophet except if he speaks in the language of his people so that they would understand him. So by the
This is not what you just
according
said.
to yeah,
You just said something completely
I said
different.
Muhammad is not your prophet.
Okay. So are
Because-
you ethnically Jewish?
No,
Then why are you following Jesus Christ if you know that?
because
if
Jesus
you're
for the
100%.
world. Jesus for the world.
But
Jesus
you
was
just
for the
said-
world. The
you
Bible
just said-
said that.
You just said that every prophet was sent to a specific group of
That's
people.
what you
Do
said.
you speak Aramaic
I
or
said,
Hebrew?
I said that's what your Quran said. I didn't make that claim.
But
Your
you
Quran,
believe it.
I'm quoting
You
your
believe
Quran.
in it.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No,
Okay, can you show me where?
I'm just quoting the Quran.
Yeah, just show me.
that
man.
every
I'm gonna give you
prophet,
Quran right now. Okay?
that every prophet was sent by his
I'm
people.
gonna give you Quran right now, and
Don't worry, I have the Quran.
yeah. So just have every surah here. Just tell me which surah.
I will.
which
I
verse,
will give it to
and,
you. I will give it to you.
that
Don't worry.
Allah said that every messenger is sent for a specific group of people, and
Yes,
Muhammad
yes.
was
He
only
said
sent
we
for
don't.
Arabs.
He said we don't send any prophet unless he speaks
We don't?
in the language. Yeah, we do not send any prophet to any nation unless he speaks to the.
Okay, show me, man. Just show me, man.
And that just there proves to me that the Quran is wrong.
No, that's
Muhammad-
not a lie.
Muhammad is-
It's right there.
Muhammad is contradicting, and you just contradicted the Quran right now.
No, you're doing that. You know.
No, you did. You
you're
just
tryna-
did. You
you're
said that
tryna-
that you can become a Muslim.
You're
That
tryna-
Muhammad is for all,
you're
and that's not
tryna-
what the Quran
You're
said.
trying to prove a point for me. To
Yes.
me.
The Quran didn't say that Muhammad
You're
is for
asking
all,
me to believe it, and
and I'm gonna show it to you.
okay, yeah, just bring it.
I never make any claim without showing
I
it
want
to
to
you.
see that.
You know, these guys make a lot of claim, but they won't show it to you.
No, I want to see what you said. Just tell me any part of Quran, 114 surahs, that God said or Allah said that Muhammad was only sent for Arab.
Yes. According to the Quran, Muhammad was
No,
only
no,
sent to. There's no way a Pakistani will believe in we should be following Muhammad.
Well, I do follow Muhammad. I'm
That
not
then
Arab.
you're wrong.
I'm not Arab. I'm a black African man, but I still follow Muhammad.
No, you
And I
shouldn't. You
still- I
shouldn't.
still
You shouldn't
follow
follow
the teaching
Muhammad.
of Jesus Christ as well. You gotta know that.
Well, you shouldn't
Even
follow.
Moses,
You shouldn't follow Muhammad. You know about the things he said about black people. Oh, you shouldn't.
black people.
Yeah. You never said.
You know,
the
I think
prophet.
he's the only prophet that I actually mentioned the part that we are all one. It doesn't matter like what your skin color is.
Oh, it does.
Like,
It
where
does.
you from?
Oh, it does. Oh, it does.
That's here.
Those-
That's here. I
those-
mean,
those.
Christian people now they put a Jesus like a picture for Jesus, and he's a white man. Why didn't you? They say like it's a black man.
That's completely.
Say, yeah, when it comes to
that's
you,
not-
say, like,
that's
that's completely different.
No, that's not complete. I'm just saying that's a depiction of somebody made up by himself. No one believes that that's what
So
Jesus
how
looks
does
like.
he look like
No
then?
one said that Jesus was black.
Then how does he look like?
He looked like the Jewish.
What color is
He looked like the Jewish people at that time.
What color is it?
I don't know. However the Jewish people looked at that time, that's how he looked like.
When you say Jewish people, like what do you mean? Who do they believe in?
Huh?
Do they believe in, like, for you Jewish people? Like, who do they believe in?
They believe in Yahweh.
Yeah, but you said the mention is
The God of the true God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob.
The true God.
The true God of Abraham.
That Allah is not the true God.
No. No, I can prove it. I can prove it to you.
See, you're trying to prove to me that I should not follow Muhammad because what Allah said. You're 100% sure that Allah said that,
Yes.
and you don't want me to follow
If you
Muhammad.
open your mind,
But you yourself,
If
you're
you
following
open-
Jesus Christ,
Yes.
and you're minding that. Because you're not Jewish, and you're not from Palestine,
Yes.
and you don't speak Hebrew or Aramaic
I don't-
or anything,
I don't need
but
to.
you still follow Jesus Christ.
I don't
do
need
too.
to. Because the
But I
Bible,
don't think he's
no,
God.
because the Bible tells us that Jesus is gonna come to save
Who
the
wrote the
Jews,
Bible?
and he's gonna come to save the
Who
Jews.
wrote the Bible?
The prophets spoke.
Which prophet?
The prophets spoke, and Prophet Isaiah spoke. Jeremiah spoke. All of these prophets spoke that Jesus
why you guys have,
that
like, so many
are you
differences
listen
in
to
the
me?
Bible?
Listen. He said that the Son of God will come, and he will to save his people, the Jews, and the Gentiles, which is the people of other nations. So Jesus died for the sins of the whole world, not for the sins of the Jews only. You see, that's the difference. That's why I believe I follow Jesus. You know,
I follow Jesus Christ
but
too, but I don't believe he's God.
as a black man, I can't follow Muhammad because he's not for us. According to the Quran, he's not our prophet.
He's for all of people.
No, not according
He's
to the
for all of
Quran.
us.
Not according to the Quran.
I'm waiting for you to show me now. Show it to me
14:4.
now. Show it. You can't just
14:4.
claim something by just saying. Show
I
it to
just
me now.
quoted to you 14:4.
Yeah, I'm waiting like
Pull
it's been
it.
5
Pull
minutes.
it. Pull it. Surah Al Ibrahim.
Surah what?
Surah Ibrahim. You know that surah?
number is it?
Surah Ibrahim 14. You are gonna be blown away.
Okay, which verse?
You are gonna be blown away.
Yeah, just show it to me, man.
I just told
Which
you.
verse? You know, because you're trying to prove something to me. I'm 100% sure.
I am
It's
going
not
there.
like that.
I am going there right now. So don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
I'm waiting. You know what? I have the
No,
whole
don't
time.
be scared. Don't be.
No, I'm not scared. Trust me, I'm not scared.
No, don't be. Don't.
I'm only scared of
Don't
him.
rush.
You know? Only one.
Which one?
True God. Allah.
No,
God.
Allah is not
Jesus
the true
God,
God.
Muhammad God,
Allah,
Isaac God,
no.
Abraham
Allah
God,
is not the true
Jacob's God,
But
12 tribes God, our God.
Allah is the moon God. It's not the true God.
No, he's the
and I
real
can prove
God.
it to you.
There's
Allah
no
is the
God
moon
but
God.
him.
No, Allah is the moon God.
No, there's no God but him.
You know
He's
why
the
you have
only-
the moon on your mosques?
He's the only
No
God.
Muslim know why they have moon on their mosques.
Abraham God, Ismail God, Jacob God, Isaac God, 12 tribes God, Jesus God, Muhammad's God. Which ayah?
4.
Okay, and which I don't see any part that Muhammad is only for Arab people.
Look, read it.
Now
read it.
he's saying here, we do not send any prophet to any group of people unless he speaks the same language.
In the language of it, so that what? So
That's
that
what it's all saying here.
so that he may explain to them clearly.
I can read both of the language. This part is not here. I can read both of the language. This part is not here. I can read both of the language. This part is not here. Without seeing this one, I can tell you, we do not send any prophet unless he speak the same language that his people speak. That's all what's written here.
So why are
that's here,
people adding those
this
things?
is your translation. I don't
Mine?
know whose translation is that. I don't know.
Mine?
I don't
My
know whose translation
There's the translation is
But I can tell you because I can read
Is-
the Arabic.
Al-Afsi. Al-Afasi.
I don't know who is Al-Hafsi.
Al-Afasi. So you guys make up stuff in the Quran. You guys
You don't
add
say
a
it
bunch
like
of
you
words.
guys.
Well,
But
you
trust me,
Muslims, you just add a bunch of words in your Quran that are not there.
Hey, don't play with me. I'm telling you, I can read both of the language and I can understand it.
Well, you
so
just
you don't
did.
believe me?
I'm not saying I don't believe you.
Okay, so
but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Doesn't that bother you that your people add a lot of bunch of
it's not
stuff
called my
in
people.
there?
Right now, if a Christian guy, let's say I'm a Christian and I go right now and shoot this guy in the head, or is all the Christians are bad now?
No.
Exactly.
No.
So I'm telling you, I can read and speak both of the language.
Okay.
So if you don't believe me, if you think I'm just saying that, that's one thing.
I'm just saying you got the word. We don't send any prophet unless he speaks the language of the people.
Okay, but
correct or not?
But he did not say that Muhammad was sent to Arab people.
That's what this tells me. That's what this tells me.
There is no even word.
It doesn't
Muhammad
have to say Muhammad.
Well, there is not even like a prophet or messenger.
It doesn't have to say Muhammad in it.
How come you're showing me?
We do not send any prophet. Is Muhammad a prophet?
Mr. Michael.
Is Muhammad your prophet?
Of course.
It says any prophet.
Yeah.
See here, we don't send any prophet. This is Allah saying, right? We don't send any prophet unless he speaks the language of the people.
Okay.
So how does, as a black man and living in Africa, how did Muhammad become your prophet?
Okay.
When he doesn't speak in the language of your people.
How did Jesus become your prophet even though you don't speak Aramaic or Hebrew?
Because the Bible said that he's going to come
don't speak the
and
language.
he's going to save all people.
But you don't speak the language.
You don't understand what I'm saying?
You don't speak Aramaic or Hebrew.
I don't have to. Because our Bible doesn't say things like this.
Exactly. And that's why I don't have to believe in something that was not even written.
Did you understand what I just said?
Let me just read the part of English because
our Bible don't say this. If our Bible said this will be a big problem.
But you claim.
Then you can ask me that why do you follow Jesus when he doesn't speak? That question is for you, not for me.
You claim that Allah said Muhammad was only
not
sent
I
for
claim.
Arab people.
It's right there.
I'm telling you, I'm not Arab, man. Arabic is a language.
You're not supposed to be a Muslim.
Then you're not supposed to be Christian. You're following Jesus Christ.
I'm supposed to be a Christian because Jesus came to save the whole world.
So do you believe that this is true? What he's saying here?
I don't believe this is true. I don't believe this is true, but you believe it's true.
So
I'm holding you by your word.
You're trying to prove to me with a point that you don't even believe that it's true, and you still want me to believe it?
Because I'm just wondering.
That doesn't make
I'm just
sense,
wondering
right?
why you Muslims are following a prophet that your God told you you shouldn't be following because he has to be speaking. He doesn't speak Pakistani. This guy Muhammad doesn't speak Pakistani. He doesn't speak Urdu.
He does not speak.
He doesn't speak
He can't
Urdu.
even read or write.
So why are people in Urdu believing it? They have their own prophets.
Because he is a prophet. Because he came to all the people. It doesn't matter where you're from.
No, Allah, your God, said that he sent all of those nations have their own prophet already.
In speaking in their same language.
Yes, he said he sent them all.
But he did not say that Muhammad was sent to Arab. And
he did. This verse tells me. That's the only thing I understand from this verse.
Of this conversation, I told you that you need to realize that every prophet was sent to a specific group of people. Except for
that's
the last
what the Quran said.
Except for the last one, Muhammad, he was sent to all the people.
Can you show me in the Quran where it said that Muhammad was sent for all people?
Of course, absolutely. I would love to.
It's interesting.
Do you want me to show it to you in English?
In English.
Okay.
Or just give me the verse and I'll look it up in my English translation.
Can you open Araf Surah?
Surah what number?
Al-Araf. I'm not sure about the number. 1 sec. Let me just double check that.
Al-Arab?
Al-Araf. It's number 7. Surah number 7.
Okay.
Verse 158.
Al-Araf, yeah. Okay.
158.
158.
Tell me now, how do you feel about that, man?
158?
158, yes.
158.
Yeah,
So then, if that's true, then
just open it.
If that's true, then Quran is very contradictory.
No, it's down. It's down.
158.
Yeah, it's 156, 157.
I know. I can see. I scroll past you.
Just read that.
Surely, O people, surely I am the apostle of Allah to you all, of whose kingdom is of. What are you talking about? There's no God that we therefore believe Allah and His prophets the prophet who believes who Allah and his word and follow him. What are you talking about?
Okay. So it says here, say, all people.
Who is he talking to? The Quraysh people. He's not talking to the whole world. Yeah, Muhammad was talking to the Arabs.
Where is Arabs here?
Where
is Arabs here? I don't see any
goodness.
word Arab here.
Where was this sent?
Listen to me.
To whom was this sent to?
Was this say? This word say?
Say, O people.
Refer to who? To Muhammad, right? Because it's coming from Allah through Jibril to Muhammad, right? So he's basically speaking to Muhammad. Right? Yeah, man. I told you. You don't.
No, it's not speaking about. It's speaking to the people, all people.
Okay, it doesn't really matter who is speaking to or who was speaking. What does the verse say?
It says, "O people, surely I am a prophet of Allah." Like, what kind of language is that?
To you all, can you just agree?
Surely I am the apostle of to you.
All
of all
to you all.
This is not God talking.
Come on now.
No.
Bro, you
say,
just don't want to believe in it.
No. Say.
I just showed you. I don't know why you still like.
Say, all people. Which people? You have to read the context. Who is he talking to?
Okay, so let's.
What is the context? Who is he talking to? Where was he?
He was talking to the people.
Which people? Which people? The Quraysh, the Arabs, the Jews, the Christians, who?
So did Jesus speak to the Italian people?
I'm asking you.
I'm asking you a question too. Did Jesus speak to Italian people?
That's different though.
Well, it's different, right?
That's different because Jesus was sent to all people. Muhammad was sent to just the Arabs.
So he wasn't
because he has to speak their
Israel.
Because he has to speak to their language.
He was sent to Israel people, not a state of Israel, because this is completely different.
This
you realize
this is
right?
mind blowing, though.
You know, you don't want to just believe.
I believe what I'm reading here.
Yeah,
what he's
you're
saying.
Telling me that.
But you're telling me that the people he means the people that he's saying here means the whole world. That's not what he's saying.
He's saying here. Listen to me. I'm going to translate you exactly what it says, okay? He's saying, hey people, I'm the apostle of Allah to you all. That's what he said. I didn't even read there, like the English part. To you all. So Jesus...
Who is he speaking to? Who is all people? Who is the people?
So if you're going to play this game with me, I'm going to play the same game with you.
Go ahead.
I just ask you. I just asked you, did Jesus speak to Italian people or let's say like Nigerian people?
He spoke to Greeks. Yeah, he spoke to Greeks.
Are Greeks Nigerian?
He spoke to Greeks.
Are Greek Italians?
No.
Greeks are Greeks.
But he commanded
you Greek?
He commanded his disciples to go.
Are you Greek?
Let me speak. He commanded his disciples.
But he only spoke to Greeks. Beside what?
He spoke to his disciples and he taught them what he said. And he said, go into all the world and teach people from many nations. Okay. That is written in our Bible. So I can say without a fact that I can believe in Jesus no matter where I come from, because Jesus sent his apostles to teach them many nations.
If you follow teaching of Jesus Christ, then both of us are going to go to heaven because it's the same God. But if you're telling me that Jesus is God and he's the only...
both of us cannot go to the heaven.
Okay.
Because you don't believe in Jesus. You don't believe in Jesus.
I do believe
You're not going to go to heaven.
I do believe in Jesus.
You don't.
You don't know if I'm going to go to heaven or not. Because you're just like me.
I know that.
You don't decide if
I know you're not going to go to heaven because you reject the Son of God.
God has no son, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you're not going to go to heaven.
He does not need a son.
That's why you're not going to go to heaven.
He does not need a son.
God has a son.
You know your problem, guys.
I think we're talking different things. Allah doesn't have a son
at all,
but Yahweh has a son.
And He will never does.
Allah doesn't have a son,
Yes.
but Yahweh have a son.
And he doesn't have a son, no wife, no father, no
I
mother,
agree with
nothing.
you. I
He
agree
doesn't
with
eat,
you.
he
I
doesn't
agree
sleep.
with you.
Yes.
He only has daughters.
He's beyond imagination.
He only
has no daughters.
He only has
man.
daughters.
He has no
Alad,
daughters.
Al-Uzi, and
No, 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 no,
Al-Manat.
no.
These are his sons.
Those are
Her
idols.
daughters.
Those are idols.
They're called the daughters of Allah.
Those are idols.
They call the daughters of Allah.
I'm telling you, those are idols, and they were destroyed by Abraham. Do you know that?
No, Abraham didn't
Well, you
destroy.
do now.
No, it was existing in the time of Muhammad. How does Abraham?
Okay,
how
so
can Abraham, who
He
lived
is
way
the first
before,
one who
destroy
destroyed the idols. It doesn't matter how the idol looked like or what is it called, but the first one to destroy the idols was Abraham.
Says where?
Oh, well, you should go back to your Bible if you don't believe in me.
Bible didn't say that.
Well, you should. Did you
Only
read
Muhammad,
the whole Bible?
No, yes, I did.
Are you sure that
No,
Bible did not mention
that
any
o-
part of Abraham?
That only come out in that only appeared in 6th century. That story only appeared in 6th century
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
by a man in a cave came out and said that
But I'm
that an
telling
angel.
you, Lat, Uzza, and Munat are idols. They're not people. They're not humans, or they're not like anything beside idols. So they have no feelings. They cannot defend
Allah
themselves.
is also an idol.
No, Allah is not an idol.
In the
because
Kaaba.
He created us.
Allah was an idol in the Kaaba.
No, He's not an idol. Who built Kaaba? Who built it?
The Quraysh people.
No.
The Arabs. You know. Do you know that? Do you know that
who
there's?
put the first
do you know,
stone to the Kaaba? You should know that because you're a Christian.
according to history.
According to Bible
According to history.
or history, whatever you
According
have.
to history.
Yeah, I just want to hear it. Yeah.
Kaaba. In Arabia there are many Kaabas. There's
I
not just
asked a
one
simple
Kaaba.
one question. Who put the first stone for Kaaba that it's in Mecca?
According to a man that lives 600 years after Jesus,
Who
it
is
was
this man?
Abraham.
Who is this man?
A man named Muhammad.
And what do your Bible
But before
or
that,
resource
nobody.
say?
The Bible before that never said Abraham built
Okay, so
a Kaaba.
how do you know? How come you're 100% sure that Abraham did not build
Because
the Kaaba?
God would have revealed that to us.
So if did God say that? Do you have any family? If you don't mind me asking, did God say that you're gonna have a family? Huh?
Did God say that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, 'cause you
My
just
family
told me
doesn't
that
matter.
God did not say.
My family doesn't. I matter to. I don't matter. I'm not. I'm like a speck in the whole universe.
But you're
in the
telling
whole
me that
creation.
you're not gonna believe in anything that God did not mention, right?
In the Bible.
Okay.
I have doubt to
Okay.
believe it. So what if I come to you, nothing written in the Quran, I tell you, oh, God said now we should worship a white elephant. Because it's written in my book that you Muslims should do
Well,
that.
I-
What would you tell me?
No,
You're
I
gonna
did
tell
not
me
say
my
that.
Quran never said that,
no,
right?
No. I'm talking about your Bible, right?
Yes, my Bible
Because I
never
asked
said
you a
anything
question
about
that who built or
my
who
Bible
put the
never
first stone
said
of
anything
Kaaba.
about Abraham living
You don't believe in him?
in Arabia,
You don't believe in him?
let alone
In Abraham?
building a Kaaba.
Do you believe in Abraham as a prophet?
Yes.
And you still don't believe that Abraham is a prophet. At the same time, this doesn't make any sense.
I didn't say
Because
I
you
didn't say
said-
Abraham was not a prophet. I said I do.
You said the Bible did not mention any part of this.
Bible mentioned everything about Abraham. This story you're telling me only came in the 600 AD.
It doesn't matter like when did it happen. We're just talking about what happened exactly. So you don't believe, you're 100% sure that Abraham did not put the first stone for
Not a
Kaaba.
single.
Who did?
Not a single
Who
stone.
did?
Not a single.
Who
stone.
did?
The Arab worship.
Who's Arab?
The
At that
idol.
time, there was
the
no-
idol worshippers in
There was
Arabia.
no Muslims at that time. You
The
realize
idol
that, right?
worshippers in Arabia. Do you know the two? Do you know the two hills that you run by?
Safa and Marwa.
Al Safa and Al Marwa.
Yeah, yeah.
Those two hills. Do you know? Do you know it was there before Muhammad showed up?
Of course.
Do you know
They're-
that?
they're
Do you know
hills.
that the Quraysh were doing the same thing when before Muhammad?
Yeah, of course. Because it's a.
And but you guys are doing the same thing
But
today.
listen me, when you look at the prophets, let's say Muhammad is not a prophet. Let's say that. You know, it's all like comes in one family, right? Like Abraham, Ismail, Isaac, Jacob, and Imran, father of Mary, right? You believe that do you know that, right?
No,
Mary-
Mary,
Mother of Jesus.
Mother of Jesus is not Imran.
It's not Imran. That's
It's
her
not.
father
It's
name.
not. No.
That's her father
That's
name.
Muhammad's made up
Muhammad-
story.
Muhammad made up a story. You don't know, like, you believe in Mary, right?
Yes.
You believe
But
she's
Muhammad.
sinless.
So Muhammad said that Mary was the brother of Aaron.
You know she's sinless, right?
But do you know that the Quran said that Mary is the sister of Aaron?
No, it was Quran did not say that.
The Quran said that.
We believe
You
that
can read it in your Quran.
Mary, peace be upon her, she was completely virgin,
The book-
and there were only two people in this
You can
world.
read it in the book Miriam.
sec.
It says that Mary was the sister of Aaron.
Just one second. I was
How
saying
can God make such a blunder?
every human being that is born into this world, like devil touched them somehow, and that's
Except Jesus, right?
and his mother.
Except Jesus and his mother. But he touched Muhammad.
He touched Muhammad. Yes, that is true.
And Muhammad,
I did not deny that.
exactly.
He cried.
And Muhammad believed that he has jinn, that he has shaitan.
No, he did not say that he has shaitan because at that time he did not know about shaitan. You know why? Because all the knowledge he had, it came from Jibril. And
I
this
know
guy
at the
does
time he did not know there was a shaitan,
Because
but
this
when he
guy-
was a prophet, he said that he has shaitan.
That's what you.
He said that everyone that
what you
was
were
born
saying.
on this earth is attached with a shaitan.
You know,
And they asked him,
I know what-
and they asked him, Prophet, you too? He said, yes.
okay, so shaitan, you know, I like that you know some Arabic word. So every human being was touched by shaitan except for Jesus and Mary,
his mother.
peace
Yeah.
be upon
Yes.
both of them.
Yeah.
So, do you believe that Jesus is the Messiah?
Yes.
Do you know that Jewish people think that Jesus is a bastard? You know that?
Yes.
And you
And they're gonna go to hell believing that.
Are they gonna go to hell because of what they believe in, or because of they don't
Because
believe in God?
because they don't believe in the Messiah.
So they don't believe in God.
Because by rejecting the Messiah, they reject God who sent the
you
Messiah.
know, they're
And the same thing you are doing right now.
No,
You're
I'm not
rejecting.
saying.
You're
I'm
rejecting the
100%
Messiah.
Sure that Jesus Christ is the Messiah, and He's gonna come back.
It's a lip service.
Did he know his
It's a
return?
lip service.
Did
But
he?
the Messiah is also the Son of God, which you reject. By doing so, you reject everything about
Let
it.
me just tell you, God says in Quran, you don't have to believe in this, but that's how He said, how He like gave you guys an example of how Jesus was created, and He said Jesus is just like Adam, you know Adam, right?
He said, "Be and he
They
be,
were- yes.
be and he was." I know
Exactly.
that kun fayakun.
Those two
right?
people-
Kun fayakun. I
Yes,
know that.
exactly. So
I know
those
that.
two people were born without father, and like Adam without a father and mother, right?
But don't you know that that story is contradictory?
What do you mean?
The kun fayakun.
He is not just for Jesus.
He
and
said
Adam.
that
This is for
no,
everything.
Adam. He said be and he was. Adam. That's not how Adam was created according to the Quran.
No, he was like, you know, because at the same, you know, you guys are
Kun
missing.
fayakun. I just say things and they appear. That's
Yes.
how he described.
Yes.
But then on the other side, the Quran explained it that God made a mud, take
This
a
is the
mud.
process. This is the process for us human brains to understand how it works.
Come on,
But
he
for
just
him,
say kun
he said-
fayakun. It appears.
He's not
That's what he did.
Yeah, because he's not gonna take a piece of mud and.
That's
let
what the
to
Quran
react.
exactly said.
This
He
is
did an
just
act. He took a piece of
explanation for
wood.
you and me as human beings, so we can understand how the creation started.
It's
But
contradictory.
he
Which
just
one
said-
is it? Kun fayakun, or did he actually did the work?
Man, okay. Let's say right now you want to put this shoes, and you have the ability to tell the shoes, "Hey, just get into my feet."
Yes.
Are you wearing socks right now?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're telling me that I'm gonna wear my shoes, I'm assuming that you're wearing your shoes,
Yeah.
but you did not mention any part of your socks. Does that mean you're not wearing any socks?
I didn't. I wasn't.
it's
I
a
wasn't because
process.
I'm not talking about socks. I'm talking about shoe.
Yeah, exactly. But
You
in
focus
order
on what
to
you're talking
wear shoes,
about.
you have to put socks.
I don't have to.
You don't have to, but
Yeah. But that's
Some
why.
people-
That's why
some
we're talking
people
about
do.
shoe.
some people do, right?
But you're talking about shoe and socks.
Yeah.
They're two different things.
Yeah, but in order to, I can give you another example.
Try, please.
Okay. let's
You
say
seem like an intelligent guy, but you just I don't know why you
it's not like intelligent.
why you
I'm
lost
not-
in Islam.
I'm not lost. Trust me, Michael. I've spent like so many months.
Don't you think it's really something? Do you think that a God would tell 55-year grown-up man to marry a 6-year-old?
Absolutely
Do you think
not.
God would do
Absolutely
that?
not.
Then why did he tell Muhammad to do that?
Muhammad did not marry anyone who is 6 years old.
You don't know how old Aisha was when she was married to
She was
Muhammad?
not 6.
How old was she?
I don't know, but she is not 6. She gotta
According
be.
according to the
according
to the hadith, you're
you
lying.
need to understand.
According to the hadith, you're lying.
You need to understand one thing.
What do I need to
Before I
understand?
get to that part, because he definitely did not marry anyone who is 6 years old.
Surah 65,
Because 6
Surah
years
65 verse 4.
Because six years old cannot give birth to anyone, and she's not mature yet. She doesn't have like the menstrual cycle,
Why did
right?
Muhammad do it? That's
He
the
did
question.
not. He did not.
So Aisha was lying.
No, Aisha wasn't lying. Aisha does not lie, man.
So
You
you're
know
lying
that
then. Then you're lying.
Some people, Muslim people at that time, that they thought that Aisha had sex.
Look, it's either Aisha is lying, it's either Muhammad is lying, it's either you are
Aisha
lying.
did not talk in Quran. Okay, if you're
Hadith.
referring by
Talking
what
about the hadith.
hadith
The Sunnah
written
of
by
Muhammad.
who? Written
Sunnah
by
of
who?
Muhammad. Written by Sahih Bukhari. Are you gonna say that he's not Sahih?
Bring it
now?
up, man. Bring it up.
Are you gonna say that it's
No,
not
no, no,
Sahih?
no, no, no. Bring it up. Bring it. Anything that tells or says that Muhammad was married to a 6-year-old.
How do you seem like an intelligent guy? You miss all of this.
No, because he did not marry Aisha when she was 6.
Are you kidding me? Are you seriously saying that?
So let me just give you an example right now, because I've seen a lot of people take this and make it like as a point of argument.
It is a point of
So
argument.
if you want to get married here now, what is the legal age?
This one is Surah 424.
You know what's your problem, Michael?
It's Surah
We go from
424.
Quran and you bring hadith, and then you tell me that Allah
Isn't
did
you
not
don't
say
follow
that.
this? Doesn't the
Do you believe in? Do you
doesn't
even
the
believe in
Quran
this?
doesn't the Quran tell you Muslims to obey Allah and the Prophet?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so where do you find the way to obey the Prophet if you don't read the Sunnah?
It's obeying. Let's say obeying in terms of what?
Obey Allah and the Prophet.
So did Allah or Muhammad say that, hey, go and marry 6-year-old
I'm asking
women?
you, how do you know about the story of your Prophet if you don't believe in the Sunnah? How do you know the
Okay,
practice of
let me just,
Muhammad
let me
unless
just
you read
tell
the
you
Sunnah
something.
of Muhammad?
So I do not need to know to go to the hadith if I want to know about the prophets, because hadith.
Where do you know? Where do you go to know?
Let me just finish.
Yeah,
Hadith means a speech in Arabic. That's what it means, a speech. So hadith means that something that was said by Muhammad.
Yes.
So I can never go.
And Sunnah means what?
Sunnah means that what Muhammad did, like
Exactly.
how did he pray
Exactly.
and how.
So let's
he
go to
treat
Sunnah.
other people.
Let's go to Sunnah.com.
You jumped from Quran to Sunnah, and you want to argue with me for
Because
something
both I
completely
have
different.
both of them, Sunnah and the Quran.
Okay,
The same
I'm
word that Muhammad married a 6-year-old.
Because you guys
because Allah said in the Quran 64, Quran
Can you just show
65,
me in Quran?
Quran 65 verse 4 that you can marry children. You can read it yourself.
You said 64.
Verse 5.
Verse 4, right?
65 verse 4.
60. Okay, 65. That's At-Talaq Surah.
Surah
Divorce.
At-Talaq.
Yes. Divorce.
Divorce, yeah. The one about divorce.
Which verse? Number 5?
Yes.
I don't see anything that mentioned here about.
Keep reading.
Are you sure? It's verse 5 or 4?
Verse 4.
Verse 4.
65 4.
Okay, so here he's not speaking about any marriage or anything like that.
What is he speaking about?
Because as you
What
I
is
just
this?
said, the surah al-talaq means divorce. So if you go from the beginning of the surah, like verse 1 till verse 5, he's just telling us how to treat like our wives, and if divorce happen, how should we treat them, and how should
I get all that, and
so
that's
there's
not what I'm talking
any
about.
part about marrying 6-year-old.
It is.
Now.
Keep reading. How many people can you
You just
divorce?
said that,
What kind of
verse
women
5.
can you divorce?
You just said.
Can you read
4.
it for me? What kind of women you should
read
divorce?
It in Arabic or in
In English. Tell me. Translate. Read it and translate. I'll see how you're gonna wiggle out of this.
And he said, and for those who does not have their cycle, for they should wait for 3 months, and for those who doesn't have a cycle or they are pregnant, they should wait until they give birth, and that's by this way you're coming closer to God, and whoever does that, God will ease their life.
Can you tell me which women don't have period yet?
Which women don't have period yet?
Yeah.
But
Which women? Because he mentioned three women. He mentioned one that has stopped menstruating,
Okay.
one that is pregnant, and one that has never.
No. Stop menstruating because he is pregnant. So he mentioned
No.
2,
No.
not 3.
No. Even the tafsir said because of their tender age. He can't wiggle away from
Okay,
that.
let me just tell you. In Surah Al-Talaq,
Can you look up the tafsir of that?
the what?
Tafsir of that.
See, I'm bringing you the whole thing, the original thing. This is Arabic for me.
You're denying it,
No,
so
no,
go
no.
to the tafsir.
I'm not denying nothing.
Let's have the Shia, the
Mr.
whatever.
Michael, you're showing me something, and I can easily read and I can easily understand, because there is not such word that I don't really.
You know more.
don't know.
You know Islam more than Al-Qatabi, more than more
What
than
does tafsir mean?
more than
What does tafsir
Al-Jalalain.
mean?
It's an explanation of
Exactly.
the verse.
Explanation means what? So if I ask you right now, what's your name, and you say Michael, does it make sense for me to say what does Michael means? Because everyone knows, right? So it does not make any sense for me to ask you this question. Same thing for this. This is completely, like, you can definitely tell what he is saying here. You don't need to go to explanation or hadith or tafsir or prophet or anything. Because this kind of stuff, it came from God right away. Muhammad has nothing to do with this, and he can't do nothing about this. You know why? Because it came from God right away. This is a teaching. This is a rule. This is just like haram and halal, forbidden and not forbidden. You see, I opened Quran for you. You brought me hadith. You said this, Allah mentioned this, asked Muhammad to marry 6-year-old
I'm giving you the
women.
I'm giving you the account of Aisha from her own word.
Yeah.
Let's read that. That's the first where we started.
But 5 minutes.
We started here.
5 minutes ago, you said that Allah asked Muhammad to marry 6-year-old.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the Quran. I'm fine, and
Where is it? I don't see it.
we're gonna go.
You
We're
open
gonna
the
go
Quran. You
there.
open it.
We're
You
gonna
open it
go
in
there.
English. I know you can
I'm
read
gonna
in
show you the English one. We're gonna go there and prove
No.
it.
I
Okay.
want to see Quran first, because my religion tells me you should go to Quran, and if you don't understand, then you go to Sunnah. See, that's how it works. You go to Quran first, and then you go. If you don't get it, you go to Sunnah. If you don't get it, you go to hadith. 3 of them. So open Quran first. Show me where did Allah say that. And if you find it, I'm gonna convert to Christianity right now.
What?
Okay? If you find that Allah said to Muhammad.
You guys are always saying that.
No. Just bring it to me.
If you tell me that Allah said exact same thing I'm just telling you right now, then I will do that. But you're never gonna do that.
I didn't say that. You're the one who said that Allah asked Muhammad to marry 6-year-old girl. That's what you said.
Is there anything that Muhammad does that Allah didn't tell him to?
No,
Allah has never told him.
Let's not change the subject. You said Allah asked Muhammad to marry a 6-year-old.
By saying
kid.
that it's okay to marry
marry
children.
Bring it to me, man. There's nothing called kids here, even in English, or children, or anything.
Let's.
Yeah, I'll give you your time, man.
If you have a doubt, there is 2 years, 3 months, and of those who have had their courses, you see, had past tense, meaning women who are no longer having children.
Water.
No, women who are no longer having children,
Water.
like menopause.
Water. You know what does that mean? Does that make any sense? For me to just say water? Does that mean I need water? Or does it mean I want to give you water? You can't just read something from the middle of it. You have to at least go like further. You see what was before, so you can actually understand. Not right now. You can't just go watch a movie from its like the last half, right? Because you're not gonna get what's going on in the movie. But if you want to argue and
why are you running away? Why are you running away from
I'm
the?
not running away.
Why are you running away from the Aisha?
No.
Reading.
Because
from reading.
You said Allah asked Muhammad to marry 6-year-old.
Before that, what did I say?
I asked you.
Before that, what did I
man.
say?
Show it to me.
Before that, what
Nothing,
did I
man.
say?
And what you
What
showed
did I
to
say
me has
before that?
nothing to do
What
with
did I say before that? I say Muhammad married a
Do you mind
6-year-old.
if I just light up a cigarette? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Don't mind.
I
right?
said Muhammad married a 6-year-old. You said no, that's not true. That
Yeah.
never. I said it is written in the hadith from Aisha's own word. You said no. There's no way Muhammad does that. That's how this all started. Now I'm about to show it to you.
But
Now
then-
you don't want to see
But
it.
then,
Now you don't want to
but
see
then
it.
you said Allah. That what you
Yes,
exactly
that was
said.
what I
You
said
told
to
me that
back it
your
up.
God, you told me that your God.
That's what I said.
Asked Muhammad to go and marry
See,
6-year-old daughter.
it's two things. One was the Quran was used to back up the hadith. Do you notice what was happening here?
It's not like that.
I was using the Quran to
let me-
back up the hadith that I was going to show you.
No.
But
let
now
me
you
just-
don't want to see the
let me
hadith
just
because
fix that for you.
because
it's my faith, right? Let me see. I show you how does it work. It's
Okay,
Quran,
it's okay.
Sunnah, then Hadith. You understand that? Quran is Quran. Sunnah is what Muhammad told people.
I'm
and
not
what
showing
they
you
told.
the Quran. I'm showing you the Sunnah first.
But you said Allah said
The
in
Sunnah
Quran.
that you denying, I'm trying to show it to
You
you,
said-
and you told me to show it, and I'm trying to show you. You don't want to see it anymore.
You know.
Why don't you want to see it
because
anymore?
You said Allah said that, man.
My goodness,
I asked
man, you're running so. Why are you
let me
so
see your
hard?
hadith.
Why are you so hard? You don't want to
I
see
just
the
wanna-
Sunnah.
I'm gonna see it, but I'm gonna ask you one question.
Why don't you want to
I'm
see
just
the
gonna ask
Sunnah
you
of
one question.
of your Prophet?
I'm gonna see it, but I'm gonna ask you one question before. Okay? You just said that Allah said that, and you showed me the ayah. Is there anything in that verse or ayah that says that Allah asking Muhammad to go marry a 6-year-old in Quran?
We're gonna see that.
So
I'm
there
gonna
was
show
nothing
you.
in the ayah you showed
He
me.
didn't say any. He
There
didn't
was
say
nothing.
Muhammad go and marry a 6-year-old. That's not what I said.
But
He
you
said.
just said that.
I,
Okay, let's.
I said that's what led him to do this.
Okay, let me see. Who is Muhammad, son of Adam?
Narrated by Aisha. Aisha said, "The messenger of Allah married me when I was how old?"
But this is not what's written here. This is completely different.
Read what is read it.
Who is-
read it in Arabic.
Who is Muhammad, son of Adam?
Read it in Arabic.
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Okay.
I'm asking you, who is
Read it in-
Muhammad, son
it
of
in-
Adam?
Read it in Arabic.
I'm reading it. It says, أخبرنا Muhammad ibn Adam. Muhammad, son of Adam. Who is Muhammad, son of Adam?
Muhammad, son of Adam.
Yeah,
You don't
that's
know
what
Adam
is-
is.
I know who is Adam is, but
Adam
who is Muhammad, son of Adam?
Adam is a human being. So every human being is a son of Adam. There you go.
His name
Answered
is
your
Muhammad,
question.
son of Abdullah ibn Abdul Muttalib. That's what our prophet named.
Doesn't it bother you? Doesn't it bother you
What?
that your Muhammad's father is Abdullah, but he's a pagan.
He's a what?
He's a pagan.
Pagan. What does
He's
that
an
mean?
idol worshipper.
His father?
Yeah.
Oh, it does not bother me. Because you know what? This has a meaning. Do you think that this guy did not know how to read or write for?
No,
like,
his name is slave of Allah, slave of La, but he worships idol called La.
Okay, let's
He worship
refer,
idol called Allah, but he's a slave of. His name is slave of.
Let's refer to the word. Like right now, let's
Okay,
say
so-
I'm telling you, your name is now Michael. Is Michel? Do you agree? Do you agree?
Why are you avoiding
Abdullah does not mean slave of
this?
Allah.
Why are you avoiding this?
I'm not avoiding this. I'm
He
just
said he
telling
married
you,
him
who
when he
is
was 6.
Muhammad, son of Adam.
Forget about that. Just keep reading.
But who is son of Adam?
This is Muhammad.
Okay, I'm gonna make
No,
hadith.
it's no. It's telling you the chains. He's reading the chain of narration. They forsake the chains and continue. Just read the story.
Do you think?
You're reading the chains of narration.
Okay.
Muhammad son of Alam told this. Muhammad son of Alam this
What
from,
is-
from son of this
Michael,
from this from
trust
that.
me, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm trying to make you understand. What does hadith means? Because you need to know. I'm not arguing with who is right and who is wrong. What does hadith mean? I really want to educate you about this part. What does hadith means?
Hadith means writings.
By who?
Writings.
By who? By who?
The Quran is a hadith.
Okay, let me just
Quran is a
explain to you.
hadith.
No. Quran is
Quran is a
something
hadith.
different.
It's a writing.
Quran is written.
It's a
So
hadith.
hadith is not writing, is a speech. That what this exactly means in Arabic.
Yeah, Quran is hadith of Allah.
Just one second.
Quran is a hadith of Allah.
Yeah, it's like a God word. That's what you're trying
Hadith.
to say.
Yeah.
So hadith means
Sayings.
speech. And when we say hadith, that's something that was said by Muhammad. That is hadith.
Or say by
So,
Allah. It's a
well,
hadith.
whatever like Aisha or Ali says or anything, that's not hadith. That because those people are not prophets.
So they're not telling you that what really happened.
It's not like that. It's not like that. I did not say that. You need to understand what is hadith. Hadith is the speech that was said by Muhammad.
So this is Aisha lying here, or is that me making that up?
Well, Aisha did not come itself. As you can see, someone named Muhammad.
Why is it that you're having problem reading that?
No, I'm not having any
Well,
problem
you're
reading
trying to hang on the word of Adam, son of Muhammad, son
No,
of
I'm
Adam.
just trying to explain to you. When you look at this,
Because can you keep reading? Skip the name. Just
Yeah,
read what's written
because
there.
you're missing a lot of parts. Because right now, if you just copy this part and you put it in the translation, it's not going to be the same thing like this. Just do it.
Then your people are lying.
No. I'm just saying that English here is not the same thing like this Arabic.
So what? So it never said anything here about marrying at a 6-year-old.
Let me just, if you don't mind.
No.
Can you just copy paste? Because this, what you can see in English, is completely different than this down there.
I'm not
Just
playing.
copy paste.
I'm not playing that game.
Just
I'm
copy paste, man.
No.
I don't need no games, man. Trust me. Just copy paste. Copy paste. Simple as that.
I have tons of them. I have tons of the hadith.
Brother,
I
just
have tons
copy
of the
paste
hadith.
to English. Just copy paste to English.
So I copy paste to English is not gonna tell me anything that I don't already know.
Yes, that's true. But it's gonna tell you what is written down there and what is the difference between this Arabic part and English
I
part.
can't copy it. Anyway.
You want me to write it down in Arabic?
can't copy it.
Because I can definitely do that.
Oh, this one I may be able to copy here. I don't know why you're hiding from this.
I'm not hiding from nothing, man. But your problem is you're trying to make me believe in something that you don't. Right now, when I tell you that hadith is a speech that's said by Muhammad, and you're telling me that what Aisha said,
I'm translating.
That means this is not
translate.
hadith. Okay, this is not hadith. Just go to Google Translator. You don't have a. You have a Google
I did it.
Translator here in
I did
your
it.
phone and
No, you
read
don't
that,
know.
and I
You
can
don't know. This
understand
is
both of the languages.
you're just playing games. That's all I
I'm
can
the one
tell
who's
you.
playing games.
Yes, you are. Because you can't even read the English translation. You're
can.
telling me
I'm
that you don't wanna read the English translations because
Brother, Mr. Michael, listen to me. Hadith now means speech that was said by Muhammad. That's what hadith means. Hadith means that everything that was said by Muhammad that has nothing to do with Quran, this is hadith. So when you bring up something that was said by Aisha or Ali or Abu Bakr, even though
those are not hadiths.
exactly. So this one right here is coming from Aisha. That what?
So that's not Aisha's hadith. So Aisha is not speaking the truth.
You don't get my point. You still don't get my point.
I completely get your point.
Thing called hadith unless Muhammad said it itself. This is what hadith means. Hadith means the speech that was said by Muhammad. This is hadith means. So anything that was said by anyone else is not hadith. So if you bring something like right now, Muhammad's wife or Muhammad's friends or Muhammad's son, this is not hadith. Because every hadith was only said by Muhammad itself. So everything else that's not hadith.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah, you
very, very interesting take, man.
Michael, trust me, I believe Christianity is...
Yeah, so this is not true. Muhammad didn't marry her when she was, according to what she's saying.
It's not true.
That this is not true.
Yes.
That's not what it says here. So now you're challenging Aisha's story.
Do you know who is Aisha's father?
So Aisha is not Aisha Abu Bakr. Yes. Aisha is not telling the truth.
How old was Abu Bakr?
Aisha is not telling the truth, according to you. That's what I'm hearing from you.
Well, listen.
That's what I'm hearing from you.
This is someone.
Your people made up this story and put it there. It wasn't really true.
There's nothing called my people, because right now I can.
Yeah, Muslims made up this story.
No, I can go
there.
and right now bring a Bible and it says that Jesus is not God, and I'm telling you that it's by King James. Look at this, because I can definitely make it. So anyone.
What would your people gain by putting this thing?
What do you mean by my people? I just gave you an example.
Muslims.
Right?
What would Muslims gain by putting this by putting this hadith?
Well, this is not true. Those are probably whoever did that just trying to prove your point that Islam is not. You don't
really?
Believe that
this
Islam
is Muslim website.
You don't believe that?
This is a Muslim website,
I don't
bro.
Care like which side. I can
it's
bring
called sunnah.com. It's a Muslim website.
Okay.
It's not a Christian
this
website.
Is website. It's not a holy book. I can make a website right now.
Let me grab you my book.
Yeah,
I'm gonna grab you my.
I'll be here.
I'm gonna grab you the Quran. Can you read him this afterwards? It's surah. It's about the child marriage. It's about child marriage. I told him that you can marry a 5-year-old in Islam, and he said that he can't. Okay, can you read it? It says here you can marry a 5-year-old.
Where is it? Which one?
Yeah, 4.
Is it this one?
Yes.
Or this one? It's the same ayah, man.
Yeah, same ayah.
It's same ayah. Is there any one of you guys speak Arabic? Can read Arabic?
No, I don't speak.
Yeah, because I'm trying to prove to.
What does he say here?
But Ahmed, but you see, the logic you use with us, you don't use for you, because you're saying if you can't speak Arabic, you don't know the real version.
I can't.
So that means
I can't.
Okay.
I'm just afraid he might not believe
so can
me.
I tell you something?
But I can.
Then that means the English version is corrupted of the Quran.
He believes he believes that it's corrupted. He believes that it's corrupted
because we have different translations. But yet, you guys don't use the same logic when it comes to you. Why don't you use the same standards?
We do. I was just telling Michael.
So then
this started
the whole translation.
So then the
for
English
Quran,
version is corrupted.
There is whole translation.
This only began because I told him that Muhammad married a 6-year-old. He said no.
I gave you time
I'm going
to
give you
say
time.
everything.
I promise you. One question. Is the English version of the Quran corrupted? Yes or no?
I was just
telling.
yes
or no. Simple yes or no. Yes or no, bro.
It can't be like this.
Yes or no.
It can't be like this.
But dude, it's a simple question. Is it corrupted?
Okay.
Is yes or no?
Some of the English translations are not accurate. It's not corrupted, but are not accurate.
So all those ones they're handing out over there is not correct.
You guys, I just told Michael maybe like 20 or 30 minutes ago, there was a whole translation by a guy called Yusuf Ali or Ali Yusuf. Yeah. This is the only one I actually read.
And he found one place that he said that it wasn't correct.
It's not just one. It was so many. You know, I don't lie. I'm not gonna deny it and say that.
So what do you?
Ahmed, can I just stop you right there? Just like you said, right? There's certain uncredible versions of the English.
This
Quran.
was translated in.
Version.
This was translated in Saudi Arabia.
What is it?
Quran is one.
Saudi
It's a
Arabia.
different version.
When you say version and translation, this is completely two different
So,
words.
but
This
you
is-
refer to different
Brother,
definitions.
This is
the
from
English-
Saudi
When you say a
Arabia.
version, that means there is an update
Ahmed,
for it,
is
or
this
there is
English-
like
Ahmed,
an old
you're
copy.
complicating things. Is this version corrupted? Yes or no?
Benjamin,
yes or
listen
no?
to me.
So just like you say this about the English Quran, I can say the same thing when you bring this weird Bible that goes against the original
I do not
true
disrespect
Bible.
any Bible.
I'm not disrespecting any Quran.
No,
either.
no, I know.
But I'm
just
going to
saying
tell you the
that
same thing.
I
I'm going to
don't-
say
because I don't want you
this
to
version,
think that
this
I'm-
version is not right.
I even read him.
Anybody-
I even read him the hadith.
Benjamin,
He denied it.
trust me,
He
listen
denied
to
the,
me.
the hadith.
You need to differentiate between version and translation. Version means that something that's, let's say this book has an old copy or has an
I'm
update.
very well
that
aware.
means this is a version.
Translation
but it's
is
only
synonymic
one.
differences. I'm very well aware. of
Exactly. So
translation.
you don't say this version. You say this translation. Because it's one book.
So what's your problem?
They never updated it.
So
and
what's the
there
problem?
was never like
So-
old copy.
So if this is this a version or is this?
I have no
Bro, you
problem.
keep-
I'm
you're
just
not
trying to
answering. Just
explain to
slow
you
it
that
down.
there is no
I
something such a
understand,
thing
but slow it
called
down.
version.
Is this English a version or a translation?
Translation.
I don't think he's gonna believe the. His, I don't think.
Translation means.
So if
I'm
this-
gonna go.
If
I
this
don't
is a
think he's gonna.
translation,
I don't think we're gonna solve this.
Just
wait, just
Michael,
wait.
I just talk.
No,
I had
this-
like an hour conversation.
I'm gonna leave because
Hold
this
your point.
child marriage stuff. I showed it to you from the Quran. I showed it to you from the Hadith. You're telling me that it's saying
I
something
can-
different,
I
and
can
it's not
literally-
saying the same thing.
Listen, so
means it's a
Arabic
corrupted
is not
version.
my first language.
Exactly, right? But they don't use the same logic with us. As soon as some wacko
See,
comes and
because
says,
it's-
"Look, this is the Bible," they'll be like,
because-
"See, look, the Bible's corrupted. It's
So
corrupted."
it doesn't say here. It doesn't say here that
Mr. Michael, so this is the same ayah, but as you said,
Anything about the people has nothing to do with that. I love Arabics. I love
due to because of
just
their
one sec. You know, Michael,
That's why.
this and this are completely different.
You automatically can't believe it.
Those are completely different sentences.
It doesn't say anything about child there.
This and this are completely different.
I'm asking you. It doesn't say anything about
You know,
child
I
marriage
still
there.
didn't finish it here. I was here, so
Because this is the part where I'm talking about.
Or something like that. It just sounds.
Those and for those who have no courses,
that's what I'm
i.e.,
saying. I don't see
i.e.
any part here like
no,
word
those who
marriage.
have no courses, i.e.,
IE stands for what?
they are still immature. They are still immature.
Okay, okay. Listen, but this and this are completely different.
Take the tafsir.
Okay.
Look up
No,
the
no, no, no,
tafsir of that
don't close it,
verse.
don't close it. Let me just open that for you. Don't close it. I really need that. Because you said you don't have the Google translation. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take a picture of that and you can just simply read it. Okay. Okay. So what am I gonna do here? So I'm just gonna open my camera right here to this part, right? Okay. You can hold the phone. And I'm just-
Interesting. That's an
Yeah, just
interesting
put it-
technology.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cover this and let me just yeah, I'm just gonna cover. Does it say the same thing? Oh, sorry, man, I dropped it. Does it say the same thing? Do you see any?
Those who have not menstruated.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Those who
Does
have
that
not
mean-
menstruated children.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it
it's not the
said
same.
those who are not menstruated. Yeah,
Yeah, but
those who are not menstruated are those.
no, let's forget about what it says in English. Did it say the same thing that was written in English? here
It
in the
says it's lesser.
book? But is it the same? It's completely different, right?
It is. It is the
Completely
same.
different.
It is the same. It said
So-
those who have
so-
not menstruated.
Yes. Does that mean? So this only means the minors for you. So people who are aged like after 50, do they get cycle, the menstrual cycle?
No, they already mentioned. They said those who no
But
longer
if
have
you don't
period.
read the
They said
verse
those
before,
who no longer have period,
okay.
that have their period no longer, meaning that they
What
hit
did he mention
menopause.
before? Those who
Those who
pregnant.
have those who have no period at
Michael,
all.
are you trying
And then the
are you
second,
trying to understand or you're just trying to argue?
I'm telling you, I've read this many times. Number one
Are
is
you trying to
those.
understand or just
Number
trying to
one is
argue?
those who no longer
Michael.
have period.
Okay.
That's those
I
menopause.
understand what you're saying.
Number
Just one
two.
question for
Number
you.
two
Yeah.
is those who never have never had period.
Yeah.
Number three are the pregnant
Who
women.
never? There
Yes.
isn't never.
Who has not
There's not such a
who
word
has
never
not
here.
menstruated.
Even in your
who has not
there's
menstruated.
not who has not menstruated.
Yes.
It's
and
not
then
who never.
and then you go to
This
the
is completely different.
No, this
from
is
who
your
never,
this
right?
is your own idea. And then you go to the tafsir and you read the
Michael,
tafsir.
Are you trying to
And you read the
understand?
tafsir al-Qurtubi, tafsir al-Jalalain.
Fuck the
and
tafsir, man. Listen to
oh
me.
no,
Listen to me.
those guys are donkeys.
Listen to me. Are you trying to understand?
You are the sheikh.
Are
Those
you
guys
trying to
are.
understand or you're trying to argue?
No, I'm not gonna take your word on from a guy on the street, from a scholar.
Well, they have 2 feet too, and 1 head, and
Yeah, but
2 arms.
they study more.
I don't think they have, like, 3 balls
They
of
study
anything.
Islamic law more than you.
I did study Islam too.
No, they're scholars more
You
than
know,
you.
I'd
I'd rather take their word.
It's a problem because it's not a problem. But if you really want to understand, then you should use this app. You can download it just to make sure that you know.
What is the app called?
I'll show it to you. Just a Google Translator. You can. What's your phone type?
Oh,
This
Google
one.
Translate
This
app.
one. See, just a camera. You don't have to type the whole thing. You know, you can just use the camera here, or you can just use the microphone.
That's some crazy stuff.
Yeah, and it has
That's
like
some-
so many language. You know.
That's some crazy
Yes, so
app.
many languages.
That
So,
is some crazy app.
but trust me, if you just go through the app,
I
and,
know your
Michael,
people. Your people add a lot of
Michael,
things in
trust me.
that are not there.
Yes,
I know
yes.
they add a lot of things that are not there. But this particular case, it's
okay,
not.
okay, Michael, just one second. I don't want to argue with you anymore. I just want you to do one thing, and it's for your own sake. So if you have the Quran already, so in order for you to really understand, you don't have to believe in anything or believe in it, or you just don't think that Muhammad is a prophet, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
Just instead of reading the English part, why don't you use this app to either what actual word is and translate it to English? Because there's no one who's gonna write down anything or add anything, right? So when you do that, you're gonna see the differences. Are you gonna do that?
No, but you're gonna have to tell your people to stop handing out Quran in English.
Are you gonna do that? What I just asked you?
I'm gonna do my best to try, but I want you to tell your brothers over here and sisters
Sure,
over here to stop handing out
Is it the
English
same
translations.
One? Is it the same one?
No, but we can pull that and it reads the same thing.
No, I don't think.
Grab it. It's there.
It's not an issue. It's not an issue. I'll tell them. But
In that one, the Surah 434, Surah Tanisa,
Yeah.
Ayah
Nisa means
34.
woman.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ayah 34, which says you beat your wife.
No,
If she disobeys you.
That what does not.
This one, it says discipline her lightly.
I memorized it, this ayah. Well, it says, وَلْيَضْرِبْنَ بِخَمْرِهِنَّ عَلَى جُيُوبِهِنَّ. This has nothing to do with hitting. It's same word, but has nothing to do with hitting. This has something to do with the clothes. I'm educating you
So
right
hit
now.
their clothes,
No. Absolutely not.
strike their clothes.
Come on now. وَلْيَضْرِبْنَ بِخَمْرِهِنَّ عَلَى جُيُوبِهِنَّ. That means when they wear clothes, they should be fully covered.
No, that's not
Not
what
fully covered,
Surah
and it should-
434. You don't.
Surah
You quoting Tanisa Ayah 34.
Say the verse again.
Ayah 34.
Yeah, say it.
Tanisa.
Yeah, you just told me about the part of hitting their woman.
Yes.
Say it in
It
English.
says men are stronger over women. Here, Surah Tanisa,
Open it for you right away.
and that one is very, very
Are
plain.
you looking for the truth, or you just want to prove that Muslims
I already have the
just
truth.
lie?
I already have the truth. This is 24. Say forbidden for you.
Which verse? Which number is the verse?
34. Men are protectors of women and maintainers of women because Allah has made them one excel or the other.
Okay. Says men are what?
34.
Okay. Let me just again. You can definitely see this, right? So I'm gonna use the app again just to prove to you that what's written here.
No,
is
no, this
yeah,
one.
what's written here is completely different than this.
I know they add words every
So
time. They
if
always do.
If we just go ahead again. You can take my phone and just read
Just
this.
put it over it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it doesn't
No,
move.
it's 24.
Am I moving? Or
Disobedient.
Are you the one who is...
Disobedient.
No, this is a different one. We're talking about this one.
This
right
one,
here.
yes. Men she's changing. Men are in charge of women because God has favored them. Exhort them and leave them to bed and beat them. It says beat them.
Where do you see the beat them? I don't
Just so
see
you
it.
can read it there at the bottom there. Yeah, see? It says beat them.
Where is it? Where is it?
Beat them. See
Wait,
that?
I don't see any beat
The
here.
second to the last before it
Second to
say
the
away. You see away?
Beds?
Go up. Yeah, bed and beat them.
Okay.
It even said there beat them.
Okay.
In your own translation.
Let me just tell you something. I'll give you an example.
And now you say me beat their clothes?
No, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of something. Let's say your name. Let's say your name. Okay, it's Michael, right? What if I came and say it's not Michael, it's Moikel? Does that make any sense? No, right? Completely different, right? Right? You see, you don't wanna really know what's going on, and I'm not trying to prove to you. I'm trying to explain to you.
Explain to me what? Keep going.
But you're not listening to me. So
My name is Moiko. I would say, I mean, you close, but not that. Yes. So it doesn't say beat them here. It
no,
says.
I'll show you. I just
Does it
wanna
say
know
bait them?
What does it,
Does it say bait them or not beat them though?
Do you know what are those small things here?
I don't know Arabic and I don't even
No,
care.
because
I'm reading what the translators put
Michael,
here.
are you trying to know or are you trying to just argue? Because I want to show you
I'm
what
actually
does that
asking you. I haven't answered the question.
Yeah, I'm
Does
gonna
it
answer
say-
the question.
Does it say
this is
beat
part
them?
of my answer.
Does it
this
say
is part
beat them?
of my answer.
Does it say beat them?
Listen to me. This is part of my answer.
Does
Like,
it say beat them?
listen to me. Listen, just give me a minute, okay? See, those are small stuff. When you see this, something that is like this.
Okay.
So this tell us how we should pronounce the letter,
Okay.
right? So when you say the word that's written here is adribuhunna and idribuhunna. See, when you hear it right now, is same word. But when you look
No,
at
it's not the same word. Adribuhunna and idribuhunna are not the same word.
idribuhunna and adribuhunna are not the
not the
same,
same,
right?
yes.
So idribuhunna means beat them. Idribuhunna.
Adribuhunna means what?
Adribuhunna means like stay away from them. You know, idrab, it comes from the way idrab. Idrab means strike. So, listen. So, when you look at this word right here, where is it? Yeah. When you go to this word, if it has this small sign underneath the letter, then it's gonna be idrubuhunna, which means beat them. But since it has this sign on top, that means you when you read it, you pronounce it as adribuhunna, means stay away from them. If they, yes,
It says already stay away from them. It says forsake their bed. That's
Yes.
one of the and then
That's
the next is
how-
beat them.
no. I'm telling you right now.
I'm
this
done,
is
I'm done.
we have rules.
And
You just don't want to know. You just don't want to know.
all I learned from
You
you is
just
that
don't wanna know.
all your scholars are liars. All your
No.
all your sheikhs
You
are
just-
liars.
that's
And
what-
Ibn Kathir
what you wanna
and
believe
Ibn Kathir is a liar.
I did not say that, man.
Bukhari is a liar.
I did not say that.
And
I did not say that.
Jalalain is a liar.
I did not say that.
And
What
Ibn
you're trying to
Abbas,
say-
Ibn Abbas is a liar. That's all I'm hearing from you.
No.
Because
I
all
did
of
not-
those
I did
people
not
have
say-
people have tafsirs.
I did not say anyone is lying or anything. But when I explain to you my own
So you can
language
beat
and
a-
how do you read
You can beat a woman.
and you
You
don't
can
want to
beat a
believe
woman
me.
in Islam.
Absolutely not. You can't even beat a man.
Oh my.
Okay? You can't even beat a
Oh
man.
my goodness.
Yeah, of course.
I can show you tons of hadith. where Muhammad was brought, a woman was beaten,
you see-
her clothes was bleeding, and she was brought
when we
to
talk
Muhammad.
about Quran, I explain to you what does that mean and how do you read it, and when you read
And
it,
I go to
it's completely
Sunnah
different.
and I bring what your
And
Muhammad
right
said.
now you call me like, I go to Sunnah, I bring you hadith. What
Anyway,
Muhammad says, beat women.
I don't
which is
think
not
I
true.
think you sold. You're not gonna. You so close. You have those horses that have blinders. They just
Let me
going
just tell
straight.
you, Michael, I wasn't Muslim
I don't
before.
think. I don't
wasn't
think.
Muslim before.
Yeah,
I just did convert. Like I became an actual Muslim actually like 2021, in the beginning of 2021. So trust me, I really know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So as I said, you can just
Yeah, Muhammad never married. I know. I believe you now. Muhammad never married a 6-year-old Aisha. Never had sex with her when she was 9. When she brought her doll, she didn't really bring her doll. It was maybe some. It wasn't that. Allah never said that you can marry children. Muhammad just made that up
Yes,
by
of course.
himself. He got
Muhammad did not
He got
make
that
that.
idea by himself
Muhammad
to marry
did not make that
Aisha.
up, because the hadith you show me is not written.
He got that
by
idea.
Muhammad.
He got that
And you need
idea
to know what
on
does
his own
hadith
self.
means, and you need
And
to also know.
Allah actually didn't say to beat your wife. He said
Of course, he does
He
not.
said to
Of course, man.
avoid them.
Of course, Islam
It doesn't
is,
mean
is a
beat. It
religion
means
of peace.
avoid
we
them.
say salam alaikum means
Allah
peace
said
be
it-
upon you.
Yes, and Surah 9:29 said, fight those who do not believe in Allah. That's a really peaceful religion.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
know. I don't
Peaceful
know
religion.
which kind of Quran you're reading, but every Muslim disagree with you.
Do you think that Jewish people who think Jesus is a bastard are gonna go to heaven? Do you think so?
They're gonna go to hell.
Why? So Jesus did not die for them? No, that's a
They're
good
gonna
one.
go to hell.
That's not a good one.
Jesus
So
died
did
for
not
you.
die for them.
Yeah.
So
if,
not for
if
them.
you receive the gift, I can bring a gift to you, but you have to accept the gift. If you don't, not gonna accept the gift,
So
it's not
Jesus
gonna do
did
you any
not-
good.
Did not die for them.
Jesus died for the sins of the whole world, and all those
They're
who
part of
believe,
the world, right?
and all those who believe will be saved. Not all those who do not believe will be saved. There's a death. Dying for you doesn't mean you
So
are.
he did not
So that
die
means
for all the people, not for all people, right?
all those who believe.
For only those who believe, but not for the whole people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Driver's
But what you're saying,
driver's
every
license.
Christian
Driver's
guy says,
license is
now
free.
Jesus Christ died for our sins
Yes.
and blah blah.
Everyone
blah.
here can
But
get a
you
driver's
really
license. Everyone here can get a driver's license, but you have to apply for the driver's license.
Yes,
it's
that
for
is-
everybody.
that is-
That's your
that
right.
is true.
But you have to apply for
That
it.
is true. But,
and
let me tell you.
and that's what you're telling me is like, okay, if I don't apply for driver's
Okay.
license, I still get it anyway.
Okay.
That's what you're
So
saying
let's
to me.
Let's say
it doesn't actually
let's
make sense.
not go too far. Let's say just 20 years before Jesus was born. So all those people who have died before that Jesus was born, they did not know anything about Jesus or teaching of
That's
Jesus
why we have a
Christ
resurrection.
or anything like that.
That's why we have the day of
What about those
resurrection.
people? Are they gonna go to hell or
That's
heaven?
why we have a day of resurrection.
Are they gonna go to hell or heaven?
That's why we have a day of resurrection.
You mean the day of judgment?
The day of resurrection.
The day of judgment.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why we
So,
have
what
those
about
days.
those people?
Those
Who's
people,
gonna be the judge then?
Jesus.
Jesus Christ?
Yes.
So he did not die for
So
them.
God knows
You're
what
contradicting
God
yourself.
knows what He did there back
Who's
then.
God?
God knows what
Who
He
is
did
God?
back then.
Who is God?
God knows whether
Michael.
those people
Who is
believe or
God?
not.
Who is God?
And God,
Jesus
if they
Christ?
never heard about Jesus Christ,
Okay.
God will give them a second
So
chance.
God is not Jesus Christ. See, you're confused.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes,
Jesus
you
is
do
the
not
Son
know.
of God.
But he's not God.
Your father,
But still
you're not
saying-
your father.
You're saying to me that Jesus is Son of God and God, and you have to believe in Jesus as a God. Otherwise,
son
you're
of-
gonna go to
You're
hell.
a son of your father and a human being at the same time. I explained that to you. You still don't get it. God is a nature. As a
So what do you
God is a
think- what makes
person.
him- what-
God
what
is a
makes him-
person. God is a nature.
Do you think
human
Adam
being
is a son
human
of
being is
God?
a human being is human is a person,
Yes, yes,
and a human is also a nature.
yes. Do you think Adam is a son of God?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So should we believe in Adam or should we believe in Jesus?
One came from the dust. One came from from heaven.
It doesn't matter where they come from, but are both of them are son of God?
Adam sinned.
So
Jesus
he's
never
son of
sinned.
God.
Jesus never sinned.
but still, this is not my question. You said they're both son of God. So why don't you guys believe in them?
One sinned, one didn't sin.
So I mean, you're saying that Jesus had no sin.
Yes.
Yeah, and Adam did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I answer your question?
I agree 100% with what you're saying, but still, you think Adam is son of God?
Why should I follow?
Where is he in the
Why
Trinity?
should I follow someone who sinned?
Why should you follow someone who is sin? Well, I mean, you're following Jesus Christ right now, and you think he's son of God and God at the same time.
Jesus is son
You
of
believe
God.
in the Trinity?
Jesus is son of God by the Spirit.
Yeah, the Holy
Adam is
Spirit.
a son of God by the flesh, by the mud. Two different things.
This is a process, Michael. You need to understand
Two
that
completely
making of
different
mud
things.
and from a sperm and all of that God was explaining to us how did the creation could be. But for him, it just he
Jesus
can
had-
just say
Jesus-
kun fayakun.
Jesus-
Just be, and then it
Jesus
it
was
be.
not made from the mud. He came from heaven directly.
God says مثل آدم كمثل عيسى كمثل Adam. Means example for Jesus is same thing like Adam. He had
That's
no
what
father.
Muhammad said.
Yes, that's what Allah said, not Muhammad.
Allah is not Jehovah.
You need to know that Muhammad respect Jesus Christ so much, and he was actually showing up with Jesus.
He
Do you know
respect
how?
him so much that he denied his death and resurrection.
No, because he was not crucified as you guys think.
Allah,
there was another guy.
Allah, yes.
There was another guy who was crucified, and he looks exactly like Jesus, right?
Yeah.
So
That's what Allah did.
But you know what?
That's what Allah did.
Let me just
So
tell
Allah
you.
is a liar then.
No, Allah is not a liar.
Because Allah made the Christians believe that Jesus really died,
No.
and He made the Jews believe that
No,
Jesus
Allah-
died,
Allah-
but He never really died. Though He
Allah-
just replaced him with someone else,
Well,
and he told Christians to believe that He died,
no.
and they've been
That's what
believing
your
this
book says.
all these years.
That's what your book says. That's what your Bible says.
What?
That's what your Bible says. Allah didn't say to Christian people, "Oh my God, man, this guy is a genius." Yeah, so Allah did not tell Christian people to follow or disfollow Jesus or anything like that, right?
Allah did not tell what?
Yeah, Allah did not say you guys have to follow Jesus as a God, because at that time there was no Islam.
Allah never spoke to us.
Well, but you're referring that Allah said or Allah did not say.
I'm saying that according to you guys, Allah is a liar.
But no. You
Because
I mean,
Allah
Michael,
said,
no.
no,
You
think
don't
about it.
disrespect me, right?
No, think
you don't
about it.
disrespect us.
Hey.
I did not disrespect you, man.
Look, think about it.
No.
Allah put someone on the cross,
Michael, trust me, I'm a peaceful
and Allah,
man.
no.
I'm a peaceful man.
Listen
but
very
If
carefully.
you want me to be a bad boy, I
No.
could.
Listen very carefully what I'm saying.
All I want from you is respect.
I'm telling you what you're saying. Allah
I'm
said.
not gonna be like you and say that Jesus
Allah
is a
said
bastard
to Allah
and all
said
that
that
shit.
you can say what you want.
No.
You're just adding more to your
No.
to your sin.
No,
So
I don't say that.
So look, this is what you guys tell us. This is what you guys tell
You're
us.
saying to me that Allah is a liar, man, which is
That's what you are saying.
disrespectful.
No, I didn't
Me
say that.
and
I'm
to
saying
my
that's what you
religion.
are saying.
No, I did not say Allah is a liar.
So
I
look,
did not say
think about
Allah
this
lied.
scenario. Allah takes someone and put him on the cross, make him look like Jesus.
No, he
And-
did not take someone physically and put him in the cross.
What
The
happened?
Jewish people did that. They grabbed the guy and took him to the cross and they crucified him. Allah did not come from the
Or
sky.
the Jewish people
took-
grab someone
Not
else
all
and,
of them. Not
and,
all
cru-
of them.
and crucify
Let me just not
and
say-
crucify someone
Let
else.
me just correct this. Ethnically Jewish people. Ethnically Jewish people.
No,
Not the
I
Jews.
I
Not the people
understand.
who follow Torah.
I understand what
Yeah.
you are saying.
Okay.
And then the people who follow the Torah looks at Jesus, whom they spent,
that.
who them spent over 3.5 years with, and they don't recognize him anymore. They don't know that it's someone else there that they
Have you
took.
ever met someone that looks like you before? Did someone tell you ever that you look like
this
someone?
is your
No,
Mohammedan concoction.
No, I'm just
That story
Muhammad did not
that
say-
story never existed in the
Muhammad
first century.
has nothing
That
to
story existed in the 6th century when Muhammad showed up on the scene and said, wait a minute.
Well,
Jesus
if
never
you
died.
Go back to the real Bible, the actual original true Bible,
Which is
in
what?
Aramaic, you will definitely know
That
and
Jesus didn't really die.
See, yes, of course.
That's a lie. You're a
it's
lie.
not a
May
lie.
God forgive you for that.
Yeah, may God
forgive
all
you
of
for
us.
that
But
lie.
it's not.
May
a lie.
God forgive you for that
Yeah,
lie.
inshallah, He will. But
We have a book that none of our book. I challenge you to produce that.
produce what?
The book that was written in Aramaic that said that Jesus never died on the cross. Bring it.
You.
As a challenge, I'll give you
hey.
$1 million to
Let me
produce
just
that
ask you
book.
like a common sense question. So you think he was crucified, right? You know where is he? Was he like? Where is his grave? Do you know where is it?
I don't know. Like for me, I just
Is it anywhere like in the Holy Land?
You didn't get the memo, I guess.
it's very rare.
Where is his grave?
You didn't get the memo, I guess.
Where, see, you're contradicting yourself because you're
Jesus
telling me
rose
that
from the
someone
dead
died.
on the 3rd day. Jesus was laid in a
Did he
tomb.
get buried?
Jesus was laid
Did
in
someone bury him or
Jesus
not?
was laid in a tomb of Joseph of Arimathea, and he rose again on the 3rd day, and he appeared to his disciples. Many of them appeared to the 12, and then he appeared to 500 of them
Yeah, after he died.
after he rose from the dead.
So you still think that he died, and he still came back after that time.
He rose from the dead.
So he died and then he came back.
On the 3rd day, he rose again.
Yeah, but after he was dead.
Yes.
Can you prove to me, does that make any sense to you?
Completely,
For someone to die?
completely makes sense
I mean,
to me.
Jesus himself could make people who are already dead, he could make them alive again.
But he
And
can't.
By the
But
Holy
he couldn't.
Spirit that was given
But
to
he
him by
but he
Allah.
couldn't. But he couldn't rise from the dead himself. He's able to make people that are dead alive.
Bi'idhnillah, after God's permission, after Allah.
What did the Bible say?
After Allah's
What did the
permission.
Bible say? He died on the 3rd day, and God raised him from the dead on the 3rd day.
God, who is God? God
The Father.
You mean Allah?
The Father, no,
Who is
Yahweh,
the Father?
Yahweh.
Like, how does he look like?
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
You don't
Where
know
is
him.
he?
You don't know him.
Yeah, where is he? Can you educate me?
You don't
about
know
him?
him.
Can you educate me?
You have
about
to
him?
know Jesus first.
I know Jesus.
You don't even
Son of
know the
Mary.
Son. You don't even
He's
know the
Messiah.
Son. Now you got
He's a
to.
sinless guy. He's the only prophet that was.
The Bible tells us that if you don't know the Son, you can never know the Father. So if you don't have the Son,
that
you
does
don't
not
have the
make any
Father.
sense because without a father, you cannot have a son. So I should know who is the father first, and then I can know who
No,
is the son.
if you don't
right?
know who the Son is, you don't
have
know.
kids?
You don't have the Father.
You have kids.
Yeah,
So would your kids be alive if you wasn't born?
you don't get it.
I do.
God sent
talking
us
sense.
His Son. We can't
talking
see
sense.
God and live. He sent us His Son, and if we deny His Son, we don't have Him.
Okay, I get it. You're 100%
If I sent an ambassador to you, and
You are right,
and you
Michael.
reject that
Michael,
ambassador,
Michael,
you just rejected
so
me.
what you just said means exactly what I'm saying. That the father should exist before the son. It doesn't matter if we see him or we don't see him.
Yes.
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 Right?
Yes.
So before that time,
Yes.
it was God the Father who you can call Yahweh. Or
Yes.
does he have
He's
any
not Allah.
other name? Does he have any other name?
That's the name.
Yahweh means what?
That's the name He gave
What does
Himself.
it mean? Does it mean anything?
That's the name He gave Himself.
The Creator.
Well, as
That's
you guys,
Allah
you
name.
guys have say that Allah have 99 names, but yet you
I just
don't
give me
know.
a few minutes, okay?
I'll be
I'll
right
come
back.
to you.
I'm gonna-
I have a plenty.